Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Crow, part-time YouTuber, full-time angry man on the internet, and let's talk about my favorite arc in the Destiny anime, which is Catboy versus Catgirl. And for those of you who are unaware, a VTuber known as Kirsche, and I hope I'm saying that name correct, was reacting to Destiny's like completely unhinged comments, mocking the people that were at the Trump rally. And, you know, they obviously moralize at Destiny because it's a really unhinged stance to have. Now, Destiny decided that the best way to respond to this, right, was not A, ignore it, B, admit he's wrong and maybe have some damn accountability. He went with option C, clip her out of context and imply that she does the exact same thing that he does, right? And I saw this and like immediately I watched and I'm like, no way. And then I went to her X account and I saw the response with the full context. I was like, yeah, that explains it. So essentially 5 months ago, when a trans mass shooter attacked a church, I think it was it the church or the school? Because there was like one back to back with each other. Kirsche was making fun of the person that committed the act, right? So Destiny saw that, decided, hey, I'm gonna clip this bitch completely out of context. And I've gotta say, I replied, and that's why I'm firing up the video. I refuse to believe, I honestly refuse to believe that Destiny does not understand the difference between laughing at someone who commits a horrific act against other people and immediately laughing at their victims, right? Night and day difference between the two. There's no way, as unhinged, as stupid as this man has been for the past week, there's no way he doesn't understand the difference. But you know what I fully believe? His own audience is so dumb and malformed that they don't understand the difference. And it's become increasingly obvious when I was going through the replies here, going through the quote tweets, where his audience, mind you, the exact same audience that has been whining and crying about how the right is now endorsing cancel culture against Destiny and how the right was always okay with laughing at the victims of tragedies and laughing at people that just died, right? Like that's everybody on the right? And they're really mad, right? Because the right is being super hypocritical because, you know, that the last time there was a political assassination, everyone on the right was cheering for it, apparently, allegedly, right? Well, because people on the right do that and they don't defend Destiny, everyone's for cancel culture now. In the exact same breath, when Destiny pulled this garbage where he clipped somebody out of context, the first reaction from these same people was immediately to contact who they thought were her sponsors and try to get her completely unplugged, right? Take away all of her money. Now, let me play the full thing from Destiny, then we're going to go to Kirsche's response to it, but I am just blown away. This goes beyond a lack of self-awareness, okay? Destiny is outright lying and manipulating his audience to get them to act in an unhinged way on his behalf. And they're doing it without realizing it's literally the exact same thing that they are still currently complaining about, which is Destiny being canceled. Except they're so wrong because one guy is laughing. I say laughing because it's not a joke. He was very serious and he went on Piers Morgan and lost his mind and doubled down on how serious he was about it. But they like... That guy is getting criticized, like literally consequence culture, whatever you want to call it, right? He's going through that, and at the exact same time, he's getting his audience to go on this cancel crusade against another person based on something that he put out that is a complete fabrication. All right, let's play the video. It's only about a minute, 20 seconds long, but I just, again, I am absolutely blown away at the level that we're at. Okay, we're at the point where Destiny is fighting with Catgirl VTubers and is reaching into his bag of tricks, which is just taking someone out of context and lying about them.
Destiny literally streams himself being cucked. He doesn't have shame. He's out here saying he'll sleep well if bad things happen to his parents. If they get killed at a rally, he's saying, yeah, I'll sleep comfortably. They made their bed, they can lie in it. He's out here mocking and making fun of people that got shot because they're Trump supporters. All jokes are acceptable, and immediately after a tragedy is typically the best time to make a joke about said tragedy.
I'm not a very easily offended person, but watching that video got me thinking, dude, what the hell are you thinking? Some subjects are simply not to be talked about. Hashtag new rules. Well,
No, I completely disagree with that. It's like the most recent shooting I haven't gotten to talk about on stream yet. There was another transgender shooter that went to a church in Texas, and as far as I know, only 2 people got hurt before the police neutralized the transgender shooter. So we still haven't gotten the complete first Tranifesto. I don't know if there's a Tranifesto for the Texas church shooting, but hopefully we'll get one. Apparently they also had Free Palestine written on their weapon. I don't know. I haven't gotten a chance to go through all of this on stream, but it's like, if we're going to start seeing a trend of these so-called transgender people shooting up churches.
So again, you know why I knew that he was pulling this girl out of context? It was when I was listening to the clip, I was waiting for her to say a joke about the people that got shot. Like, I was actually waiting for it. I was like, where is this? Where is this the same as what you were doing? I guess the idea is that she said, well, all jokes are okay. Yeah, probably pretty poorly worded, but if you actually listen to the full context, which is literally just another minute of the clip, you'll see that that is not at all what she is saying, okay? She's saying to joke about the people that are committing the tragedies. Make fun of the people that are pulling the guns out, not the people that they're attacking. There's no way you could misconstrue this. There's no way, because the longer clip of this is like just another minute long. It's not like she said this and then 10 minutes later, she had clarified it later in the live stream and someone just sent him a clip and he didn't see it in full, although that's still on him. No, this is literally a difference. Sorry, I'm saying literally a difference of a minute. Let's just go to her tweet real quick and we'll see exactly what the difference is. Okay, sorry. This is 3 minutes and 20 seconds long. This is 1 minute and 21 seconds long. I'm sorry. It's literally 2 minutes longer and 1 second. 2 minutes and 1 second longer. That's the difference in time frame here. Okay? Exact same clip. It's not edited together. This guy 100% knew he pulled her out of context and did it so he could manipulate his audience who are functionally brain dead.
but if you think anything in that video is funny or lol so true, then your taste is bullshit. If you think it is a funny joke or a parody, you aren't welcome anywhere near me. Bye.
Bye.
Hashtag ugh, ableism, racism, sexism, violence, trigger word
The
violence,
Latin word government
transphobia.
literally means mind
Judging
control.
by the user
Oh,
icon,
no.
this person suffers from some medical disease that makes it impossible to look at a camera when taking a picture of themselves.
It's just the
Hopefully they
MySpace
find a
angle,
cure one day.
Jimothy.
Hopefully. Globix85 writes, okay, a new rule is in effect. If I ever see the Welcome to Tumblr video on my dash, the post will be blocked, and if you're not a friend of mine, you will be unfollowed. Why, you may ask? Because I don't think making fun of some things that are legitimately serious issues to people is acceptable, and the video is in very poor taste.
All jokes are acceptable, and immediately after a tragedy is typically the best time to make a joke about said tragedy.
I'm not a very easily offended person, but watching that video got me thinking, dude, what the hell are you thinking? Some subjects are simply not to be talked about. Hashtag new rules. Well,
No, I completely disagree with that. It's like the most recent shooting I haven't gotten to talk about on stream yet. There was another transgender shooter that went to a church in Texas, and as far as I know, only 2 people got hurt before the police neutralized the transgender shooter. So we still haven't gotten the complete first Tranifesto. I don't know if there's a Tranifesto for the Texas church shooting, but hopefully we'll get one. Apparently they also had Free Palestine written on their weapon. I don't know. I haven't gotten a chance to go through all of this on stream, but it's like, if we're going to start seeing a trend of these so-called transgender people shooting up churches, they seem to just be enacting the conversion therapy on themselves at this point. Like, we don't even need to try, right? White non-Hispanic El Salvador? Yeah, literally the most Hispanic name I could think of, listed as white non-Hispanic. That's, when I first saw that, I was like, female, white, non-Hispanic. Okay, so this must be also a male. If they're lying about them being white and non-Hispanic, surely they're also lying about them being female, right? No, apparently it's actually a biological female who thought they were a male, which also made me think of the prior Christian Academy shooting. And it's like, well, previously mostly men were mass shooters. The only woman I could think of off the top of my head was one of the Islamic shootings. There was like a sister or something that helped the guy. I want to say that was in California, but I could be wrong. My mind is not the best at recalling these things. And then the YouTube shooter who didn't even get to do anything, right? But San Bernardino, that's the one that I was thinking of. Thank you. Thank you. So now we get these biological women claiming to be men perpetrating shootings. Is it all the testosterone? If they're hyped up on testosterone, is that what's going to finally bring female shooting statistics in line with males? Yeah, California. That was San Bernardino with the ISIS woman and her brother. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I remembered it was at least California.
That was...
Do you notice for that entire clip, there is not a single time when Kirsche brings up the victims, starts laughing at the victims, says something like, well, you should have dodged. Like, not even that. Not even that. Everything is her mocking the people that are carrying out these acts. It's the statement that immediately follows what Destiny clipped. There's no way around this one. And if you actually think she was talking about the victims, just find me a clip of her doing that, right? It shouldn't be that hard, given your malformed audience, the pure levels of autism and how much effort they'll put into this stuff. Is Destiny gonna like hang his hat on the fact that she said, well, it's always okay to make jokes about this stuff? Is he gonna hang his hat on that? Even though she's pretty damn clear what it's okay to joke about in the damn clip, right? I can't. I absolutely can't. And the only reason why I wanted to play that entire thing in full without breaking it up is I didn't want anyone to accuse me of trying to influence the audience with what they were hearing. But everything that they were talking about was making fun of the people carrying out the acts. She was doing it on live stream. Somebody complained about it, so she responded to it with, it's always okay to make fun. And then very specifically is making fun of the people doing the acts, not the victims. Holy hell. And again, his audience has been going out there trying to get her canceled, contacting her sponsors. At the same exact time, these people are losing their minds about how Destiny is being unfairly canceled. This is, I actually like the new Destiny. Mask off. A complete fucking rodent. I'm being dead serious. A complete rodent. All right? And you know what? It actually makes total sense why his son hates this man. Oh, is that unfair to bring up his family? I don't think it is. You know why I complain about like this idiot? It's because I've seen this guy continue to position himself as some type of expert on any subject he talks about. For instance, relationship advice and how you should deal with your family. You know, the same guy whose wife leaves him, goes on stream to get cucked and abandons his son so he can go do drugs in Miami. His 13-year-old son, who is now banned on Twitch for, let me just show you. It's an airsoft gun. Just to be clear, it's an airsoft gun.
Yes, I'm cucked.
Oh, right. His son refers to him as a cuck, too. Jesus fuck.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
There you go. There you go. This is the same guy who like 3 months ago was giving people relationship advice. This is the same guy whose own mother comes from a communist dictatorship, but then he thinks that he is the expert on it, so he can go tell his mom off on what an actual dictatorship is. Right? This is a guy who completely failed at every single level of his political activism, but at the same time still tells people what's the best way to get involved in political activism. I've never seen such a universal failure and fuck up who continues to position himself as an expert on things he has clearly failed at. And now he's reached like the bottom of the well, fighting with a fucking VTuber cat girl as he clips her out of context to manipulate his audience, who he at this point must know are so absolutely stupid that they will hang on his every word without checking anything at all. I mean, it's kind of beautiful, really. It's kind of beautiful. We've seen the complete collapse of this man's integrity, of his credibility, all of it burned to the ground because he just couldn't say, hey, shooting the presidential candidate is a bad thing. And that would literally be all he had to say. He doesn't have to say, I love Trump, MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. He doesn't have to say, I'm so sorry for everything I've ever said, where I talked about how I wanted that, that one Congress guy to be hung from a noose, and I was waiting for the great cleansing of conservatives. Nobody asked him to apologize for any of that. Just condemn the shooting, and then talk about how much you'll want to suck Biden's wrinkled dick. Oh, wow. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at Destiny's downfall on this one. And at the exact same time, all I'm hearing is about how conservatives just won't be consistent with their values. Get fucked. Honestly, shut the fuck up and just get fucked at this point.